The 21st century is witnessing a shift in the global order. The unipolar world dominated by the West is giving way to a multipolar system. In this new world, two prominent groups stand out: BRICS and NATO. BRICS, comprising Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, represents a rising bloc of developing nations. NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, embodies the traditional Western alliance. These two groups have different origins, ideologies, and visions for the future. BRICS emphasizes cooperation, development, and a more equitable world order. NATO focuses on security, defense, and maintaining the existing Western-led system. The diverging paths of BRICS and NATO highlight the key challenges and opportunities of a multipolar world. As the global landscape transforms, understanding these two groups is crucial for navigating the complexities of the 21st century. BRICS is not merely a grouping of emerging economies. It represents a paradigm shift in global power dynamics. The acronym itself reflects the growing influence of these nations: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Each country brings unique strengths to the table. They form a formidable bloc with the potential to reshape the global order. The success of BRICS hinges on several key factors. These include a commitment to economic cooperation, a celebration of diversity, and an ability to adapt to change. BRICS also prioritizes South-South cooperation and adopts a long-term strategic vision. These factors position BRICS as a leading force in a multipolar world. The group offers a compelling alternative to the traditional Western-centric model of globalization. At the heart of BRICS's success lies its focus on economic cooperation. The combined economic might of BRICS is undeniable. Its members represent a significant portion of the global population and GDP. They are major players in global trade and investment. BRICS nations understand that their economic destinies are interconnected. They engage in various forms of cooperation. These include currency swaps, joint ventures, and infrastructure development projects. The new development bank, established by BRICS, provides an alternative to Western-dominated financial institutions. It funds development projects in member countries and other emerging economies. This economic synergy strengthens BRICS's position in the global economy. It also offers a model for other developing nations to follow. Unlike other alliances often bound by shared history or ideology, BRICS embraces diversity. This is a significant strength. It allows BRICS to approach global issues from multiple perspectives. It fosters a spirit of understanding and cooperation. The diversity within BRICS is evident in its geographical spread, cultural heritage, and political systems. This range of perspectives enriches its decision-making processes. It prevents the dominance of any single worldview. This inclusive approach makes BRICS a more representative and legitimate voice on the global stage. Section 5. Adaptability. BRICS. Navigating a changing world. The global landscape is in constant flux. Adaptability is essential for any international grouping to thrive. BRICS has demonstrated this quality time and again. It has adjusted its strategies and priorities in response to evolving global challenges. From navigating financial crises to addressing climate change, BRICS has shown a willingness to adapt. The group has also been flexible in its membership, welcoming South Africa as a new member in 2010. This adaptability ensures that BRICS remains relevant and influential in a rapidly changing world. Section 6. South-South cooperation. BRICS as a catalyst for development. BRICS champions South-South cooperation. This refers to collaboration among developing countries. BRICS nations leverage their collective experiences and resources. They aim to uplift other developing nations. Through knowledge sharing, technology transfer, and financial assistance, BRICS empowers developing countries. It helps them achieve their development goals. This commitment to South-South cooperation strengthens solidarity among developing nations. It promotes a more equitable and just global order. Section 7. A long-term vision. BRICS, strategic planning for the future. BRICS distinguishes itself from other multilateral groups through its long-term vision. It does not shy away from addressing complex global challenges. BRICS understands that solutions require sustained effort and collaboration. The group has developed comprehensive strategies on issues like sustainable development, global governance reform, and financial stability. This forward-thinking approach ensures that BRICS remains at the forefront of shaping a more just and equitable world order. Section 8. NATO, Challenges to Success in a Multipolar World. While BRICS appears poised for success in a multipolar world, NATO faces a different set of challenges. Founded in 1949 as a military alliance during the Cold War, NATO's structure and purpose are rooted in a bygone era. The world has changed dramatically since NATO's inception. The unipolar moment that followed the Cold War is fading. New centers of power are emerging. NATO's traditional strengths, primarily military might and Western solidarity, are proving less effective in this new environment. The alliance faces growing internal divisions and a perceived lack of relevance to contemporary global challenges. Section 9. Unipolarity's grip, a hindrance to NATO's evolution. NATO's dependence on a unipolar model poses a significant challenge. The alliance was designed to counter a single adversary, the Soviet Union. In a multipolar world, this framework appears outdated. NATO's decision-making processes and strategic outlook remain heavily influenced by the United States. This creates friction with other members who seek a more balanced approach. The alliance struggles to adapt to a world where power is more diffuse. This clinging to a unipolar mindset limits NATO's effectiveness in addressing contemporary security threats. Section 10. Internal divisions cracks in the NATO alliance. The once solid front presented by NATO is showing cracks. Disagreements over burden sharing, strategic priorities, and even fundamental values have emerged among member states. The diverging interests of its members make it difficult for NATO to present a united front. This lack of cohesion weakens its credibility and undermines its ability to act decisively. Unless NATO addresses these internal divisions, it risks becoming increasingly irrelevant in a multipolar world. Section 11. Limited adaptability. NATO's struggle to evolve. The world has changed significantly since the Cold War. NATO, however, has been slow to adapt. Its focus remains primarily on traditional military threats. It struggles to address new and evolving security challenges, such as cyber warfare, terrorism, and climate change. NATO's rigid structure and decision-making processes hinder its ability to respond quickly and effectively to these new threats. The alliance's lack of adaptability raises questions about its long-term relevance in a world facing complex and interconnected challenges. Section 12. Over-reliance on military solutions, a flaw in NATO's approach. NATO's default response to international crises often involves military intervention. This over-reliance on military solutions is increasingly problematic in a world where many challenges require diplomatic, economic, or humanitarian responses. NATO's military actions, particularly in Afghanistan and Libya, have yielded mixed results. They have also strained relations with some countries. This over-reliance on military force undermines NATO's legitimacy and fuels anti-Western sentiment in some parts of the world. Section 13. Waning public support, a sign of NATO's declining influence. Public support for NATO is waning, particularly in Europe. Citizens question the alliance's purpose in a post-Cold War world. They are concerned about the costs and risks associated with NATO's military interventions. This decline in public support weakens NATO's political legitimacy. It makes it harder for governments to justify continued membership and financial contributions. Without strong public backing, NATO's future remains uncertain. Section 14. Conclusion. Diverging paths. BRICS and NATO in a multipolar world. In a multipolar world, BRICS and NATO represent diverging paths. BRICS, with its emphasis on cooperation, diversity, and adaptability, appears well positioned for success. NATO, on the other hand, faces challenges related to its unipolar legacy, internal divisions, and a struggle to adapt to a changing global landscape. The future of global order will depend in part on how these two groups navigate the complexities of a multipolar world. Will NATO embrace reform and adapt to the new realities of power? Can BRICS translate its economic might into global leadership on issues like climate change and global governance? The answers to these questions will shape the course of the 21st century. One thing is certain: in a multipolar world, adaptability and collaboration will be paramount.